G'day guys, my name's iRide Taz, and this is the Izzy rebuild finished. You can see that it's got the Sportster tank on it, and ultimately that's the final modification that I wanted to do. So I thought we'd do a quick walk around. What? Not another walk around, I hear you say. You must be sick of them, but this is the final one, I promise guys. So from the front, you've got the obligatory hipster cafe racer electrical tape cross. You've got these halogen bullet indicators. They're from eBay. They're actually really good quality. I've really actually quite impressed with them. XVS1100 custom front fender modified to fit the XVS1100 Classic. The difference lies in the fact that the custom has the 18-inch front rim and the Classic's got the 16-inch front rim. So I've fixed that. Sits quite nicely in my opinion. This is the T&F Garages Sportster tank. I've sprayed it in gloss black and I've put the eBay Dragstar badges on it, tank emblems, and then from there I've created the patina that you see by using sandpaper and then running clear coat over the top of it. And when I sprayed it black, it looked great. Wasn't professional because it was done with rattle cans, but bottom line is that it looked great, just looked a bit plain. So I just wanted to do something different. Didn't want the bike to look new, want it to look worn in and pretty cool. So ultimately I used the sandpaper and a little bit of petrol to sort of create the look that you see there. I'm real happy with it. I think that the fake patina just finishes it off. This is the fuel line, and the pettock that came with it runs to the fuel filter under here. This is the only thing that I had trouble with the install. I followed the instructions, unusually for iRide, to the letter, and it kept sort of starving for fuel because it would get kinked there and it'd get kinked here because it ran through this section, dropped down. So I rerouted it to the current position and it runs a treat. This is the other side of the tank. Within the tank bag, within the side bag, I've now got a tool roll and a 1 litre spare fuel container. The original tank was 17 litres. This is 9. I used to get about a 260 range, so that's kilometres now, 260 kilometres range on the 17 litre tank, 15 litres before I hit reserve, so I'm banking on about 160 kilometres or 100 miles on the new tank, and so 1 litre would give me sort of somewhere around 20 kilometres, give or take, riding it easily. That might be the difference between finding a fuel station and not. From the back you've got the halogen bullet indicators, LED tail light. I've bent the number plate slightly to so that you can read it from the back. And then ultimately I've just tidied up the wrap, and after a few rides on these roads it's become a little bit more dirty, just looks a bit more grungy and suits the bike. Standard tank had the speedo and all of its instrument cluster and instrumentation here. Removing the tank meant that I had no speedo, so I grabbed this RAM mount and I use it for my phone and I've downloaded a free app with no ads called Thunder Speedo from the Play Store, and I use that for my speedometer. You'll see on the ride video in a minute that it works really well. It's crystal clear. It's got an analog style display and a digital display, and it gives time and distance and average. Odometer, perfect. And the phone sits up there, and being GPS, it's probably far more accurate than the speedo that was on it. You can get speedometer kits for this from Japan, but they're about 250 bucks, and they come out here and they just look strange in my opinion. So that's my fix for free, or actually not for free. This was 45 bucks, but I had it anyway, so realistically it's the best solution I could come up with. So there she is, guys. There is Izzy in all its glory. And the next ride that I'll go on, because I'm working tomorrow, is Sunday the 24th of September for the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride in Launceston. It's not too late to support me. I'll put a link up on the screen. Ultimately, it's for a great charity. It's for men's health. If you could spare a few dollars to support IROTAS, that would be amazing. So guys, let's cut to the chase and go for a ride. IROT out.